What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And we got my guy on the show, Ira. And you might, as you listen to him, you may think, I don't really like what he's saying. Well, fun fact, he got a show called You're Not Gonna Like This. So I'm just saying that's a nice little plug right there. Ira, how's everything with you, man?
It's going great. I mean, it's a nice, beautiful Sunday, I'd say. It's a nice day outside. Summertime. It's not hot. Well, it was hot the last couple of days, but
Let's say,
at the time it's recording, it was not. It's not hot outside. So beautiful day today.
yeah, it looked like you might be able to go outside and hoop today, but don't let them looks deceive you. Now, it do get a little hot in the summertime, boy. You gotta be a little selective when you can go hoop outside. Um, Another quarterback though that I want your thoughts on that could be on the hot seat, probably should have been for a while. And you might appreciate this, Ira. You might even get a little smile on your face there, boss. Dak Prescott. See, we back at the Cowboys now. Um, is it fair to put Dak on the hot seat?
That should have been on the hot seat years ago. If you ask me, like honestly, they've they've given everything to that man. Like
Giving everything to
they've
Dak.
given everything to that man, dog. CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Zeke, Tony Pollard, Dalton Schultz. He had Jason Witten before he became completely worthless. I don't know how long. I don't know. I'm not too sure on Dez Brown. I don't know if Dez Brown was still running roster Cowboys when Dak got at the helm in 2016. I don't
I
know
don't
if
think he got prime Dez if he
he
did.
don't got prime Dez, but Dez was still usable.
He's had a lot of weapons. But to be fair
Lot
though,
of weapons.
that Cowboys team as a whole just kind of falls, and I can't really say it's all
It
on
falls
Dak
apart. It
too.
falls apart because of Dakota Prescott. You've heard it here first. And for all those that think yes, I am a Commanders fan. I don't hate Dak Prescott. I don't dislike the guy. He's not bad. He's not
That's what
great
I'm saying.
either. Like the
He's no
way
Aaron
Dallas
Rodgers.
Cowboys,
He's no
Dallas
Patrick
Cowboys talk,
Mahomes.
Dallas Cowboys talk about Dak Prescott like he is Randall Cunningham or Donovan McNabb, and he's nowhere near any of them too.
He had a
He's
really
old.
solid start though. I ain't gonna lie.
He did. That's cool and
Yeah,
all.
I
That's
give him
because
no praise.
Ezekiel Elliott was the best player on that offense, and they had one of the
But
best
that
defensive
line too. Yeah, I would say that line was a
exactly.
big thing for
So
them.
Dak Prescott's responsibility was very low when Zeke and that line was bow. His responsibility, all he had to do was just maintenance. Come in, make the right play, do that,
Game
do that,
manager. Yeah.
and being a manager. But the problem is even when it's the lowest task in the world, Dak Prescott has found a way to somehow fail at doing it. And people hate it. People say I'm a Commanders fan and I hate it, but like prime example, Dak. When people love keep telling me like, "Oh, we playing who's in front of you." That's cool. I got that. I understand what happens. But however, the facts are what the facts are.
Hmm.
Dak will go play the Chicago Bears, for example, or the Detroit Lions, or the Minnesota Vikings that have some of the worst defenses in the football. Go out there, throw for 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. You swore that brother was an MVP the way he played it. But then he'll come back, he'll play the Ravens, for example, with an elite defense, and then throw for 150 yards and 3 picks. And then you'll be like, what happened?
Did
And
they
it's the
win the
same
game
thing.
though? Did they
It
win the game
happens.
though?
Like
Did they win the game though?
even I don't know. Maybe who? Let's say they didn't win for my case sake. But when he played the Patriots,
Hmm.
um, they won in overtime that game because CeeDee Lamb beat I think Jalen Mills on the crossing route. But the Patriots were terrible that year.
Hmm.
I don't think they even had Mac Jones yet. I think Brian Hoyer was their starting quarterback. I don't think they had Mac yet. I don't think Mac was there yet. I think it was the year just after Tom left. Oh yeah, it was the Cam Newton year when Cam Newton they were swapping guys out for him because Cam Newton got out with COVID. That was the COVID year, I believe, if I'm
Yeah,
not
that
mistaken.
was tough.
That was the COVID
I
year.
hated that year for Cam.
Why in God's green earth are the Cowboys, who are exponentially the better team at every position, every facet of the game, come with the Patriots? Why? Because Bill Belichick is a defensive mastermind. He knows what Dak sucks at. He highlights those things, and he makes Dak's game impossible. There's no reason that game should be close. Like anytime Dak plays a great defense,
Oh, so let like do you
he needs to play
can we
football.
give a little credit of the bill? Because I think, for example, like let's go
Okay,
basketball real
Bill
quick. You know
Belichick
what I'm
made
saying?
it.
That's a little tougher. Because
That's a
like
little tough. All right, I give you.
if someone lost to Pop and the Spurs, I ain't too mad.
I
Last year
give
they
you.
were
I give you
ass,
that.
but it's
I
still
give you that.
Pop though. That's why I'm
I
like,
give you that. But bottom line to me is every time Dak Prescott plays an above average defense or even an average defense,
He
bro,
changed it. Yeah, he changed it.
even my Commanders in the last game of the year, he looked terrible. He
That's
looked
a rivalry
awful.
game. I feel like do you give credence to like the rivalry game and that might have altered Dak Prescott or
Dak Prescott is
let's say a
9-2
player.
against Dak Prescott is 9-2 against the Commanders, and I can't name one out of them one time out of them 11 games that Dak Prescott looked like an MVP in any of them games. And
Okay.
that's no disrespect because I remember
So
one
then,
time we lost like 50-13 on Sunday Night Football, and it wasn't because of Dak Prescott.
so then let me ask you. So then let me ask you this thing, because after we kind of just slandered. When I say we, I kind of more so mean you. So after we're slandering Dak a little bit, what's his trade value?
Trade value. I
He
mean, like
gotta
I
have trade
said,
value now. We
he's a
can't say he don't have
serviceable.
no
He's a
trade
service. He's a serviceable quarterback. I mean, he's not bad. He's not great either. Like I said, I don't know. I don't. The NFL trade values is kind of weird. Maybe the third round pick. I don't know.
value. Third round pick for Dak.
Third round pick. I guess. I don't know how that works on the trade thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
NFL trade value is a little weird. So kind of hard.
Okay.
But third
Okay.
round pick.
But you wouldn't offer up a first or a second rounder though.
Absolutely not. First round pick with Dak Prescott. Get out of here, bro. I wish somebody would trade that for him. No way,
A
son.
low first rounder, like a late first
No
rounder.
first rounder. Even Devontae had like you do realize the first round picks are not noticed before you trade for them. It's not like we don't know what the pick's gonna be worth when we get it. We just know we got a first rounder, so it's unprotected. It's not like the NBA where you got top tens, top fives, lottery protected. They ain't got none of that.
But you might know too though how a team don't
No,
do.
the
Like
NFL picks.
let's say the Lions, like you know what? Actually, no, the Lions actually been playing all right. Actually,
No,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
Houston, you know them boys gonna be at the bottom of the barrel for a little bit. Like let's say Houston, like you know what? Let's bring Dak over. Let's give you a first rounder for him. That
Then,
might be real low, but if
but
the
then Dak's gonna
Packers,
play for Houston, so that means Dak gonna play for Houston. That means they get Houston's first round. That means Houston's gonna be better.
yeah,
So
no,
that
no,
the first
no,
round is gonna be
yeah,
maybe worthless. Then again, they may suck. Who knows? I don't know. Our bottom line is I'm not trading a first round pick for Dak Prescott. No.
okay, okay. He's not worth that first round.
Third round pick.
All right, Dak. I tried. I really tried. So
First
then with the
round picks are
shaky
Pat
Dak,
Mahomes, Davante Adams. Top 15 guys in the league is Justin Jefferson. Top 15 guys are first round picks.
okay, okay. So then with the shaky Dak, right? What's your expectations for this Dallas Cowboys team going forward? Because they did just get Brandon Cooks now. CD Lamb is a year older, so he's a little more mature. The run game ain't bad. Like,
As a Commanders fan, and I've said this 100 times, but I feel like it goes over every Dallas fan's head every time I say it. I expect Dallas to dominate like they should.
mhm.
They are the best team on paper. Now, record this. Make sure. Zoom in on me. Now, where's the camera? Look at
Hold
me.
on, I'll put you on your soapbox. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you go. Look, hear me. You heard this right here. Dallas is supposed to dominate. They are the best team on paper in the NFC East. They're one of the best teams in the National Football Conference. That's the NFC for short. If those that don't know, they've had it for years, years. But it all falls on Dak Prescott's inability to come through, and it's happened time and time again. I expect Dallas to be themselves, have a good defense. Their offensive weapons do what they do, but it rests on the coach's shoulders. If Dak can go out there and play good football, Dallas could make an NFC Championship game. They could. They possibly could. But if Dak go do what we all know Dak's been doing, they probably gonna get a low end first round opponent and think they thought they was the best thing ever when they beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year, and Tampa Bay was 6-11. So I mean, take what you will with that information. I mean, but then when they played a good 49ers team, they couldn't put up. They couldn't put up over 13 points.
They got dog walk. They got dog walk. I hope honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I think it would have been poetic if the Cowboys had played my Panthers and then beat us, but then they lose the way they did to the 49ers because
And why did the 40,
CMC.
why did they lose that game exactly? Why did they lose to the 49ers?
I mean, 49ers is more complete team. That 49ers team should have won the Super Bowl last year.
So in the quarterback position, who outplayed who that game? Would you say Brock Purdy outplayed Dak Prescott that game? I would say that.
I might say Brock Purdy had better weapons and a better defense than I
CeeDee Lamb, Debo Samuel. Tell me the difference. How much is one better than the other?
CMC versus like CMC is a big piece, and then you got Kittle that came back
They
too,
had
like
Tony
he
Pollard.
healthy.
Was Tony Pollard still playing? Or did he break his leg already? What happened? Tony Pollard still playing? I don't know. Can't remember exactly.
I'd have to check back and see on that.
But
I just remember looking back at those teams at the rosters and
but the
thinking
thing is, if you look
49ers had
at
the better team.
if you look at that game, if you look at that game, the Dallas defense was playing phenomenal. Debo Samuel didn't do that much. George Kittle didn't do much till the second half of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Their run game was pretty contained for the most part, being that you had C-Mac. The Dallas defense, again, I'm a Commanders fan, so I shouldn't be saying these things, but the Dallas defense played exceptional in that 49ers game. They did everything. They did everything. But Dak Prescott threw two timely interceptions that led to the 49ers getting a short field, and therefore they scored on both times that they got the ball on the short end of the field. That's what happened. Literally.
I
They lost the
mean,
game because of
so
that.
I look at it like this, right? Matter of fact, let me pull up this. I had to pull up the stats real quick because 19-12 ain't bad.
It's
Um,
not.
it's not bad. And
Not at
then
all.
when I'm looking at this, is why I say I just think he had a better team, bro. Like, yeah, CMC didn't really do much on the rushing yards. Elijah Mitchell's still there; he doing well. George Kittle was out there. Um,
Didn't do much.
Nobody didn't really do anything for the Cowboys. CD had a good game. Kittle had a good. Outside of that, drop off. Out right here, you still got a couple people it's a little bit different. That's why I say I don't think Dak had a better team than the 49ers. Like I honestly believe
That
if you have
brother
Dak
threw for
Prescott on the
that brother
49ers,
that
bro,
brother
I think you
threw
win the
for
Super Bowl still.
that brother threw for 150 yards, two picks, and had a QBR 46. If that game ain't his fault, I don't know what else to tell you.
But like we can't point at the again. Let me pull up again. I'll pull up
You
the
got to pull it up again. You got
I have to. I feel like because dog, like when I'm looking at this right here, that seems like 10 targets, 5 receptions. That hurts. 7 targets, 4 receptions. I'm not gonna blame all that on Dak. I understand he got 2 interceptions. I can't blame that on Dak personally, but
you
I do
can
hear you.
you
I do
can,
hear you though.
but you also sound like all the Dallas fans. You're giving them another five, four excuses of this or this happened, this happened, this happened. I mean, things happen all the time in football games, bro. Like nothing is gonna be run perfect. Receivers gonna drop passes, tight ends not gonna run the right. It happens, bro. Like it happens.
Yeah, but
But
it's
but the
their
thing is,
job though.
but the issue is this always happens with Dak Prescott. It's always every time he loses, it's always some ulterior motive that happened. It's never like,
I
oh,
don't think he's absolved of blame. I just can't say
that's
he's.
all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want to point to the fact that he didn't have Tony Pollard or he didn't have Michael Gallup and those guys that made a difference, I can't argue with you with that. Those guys are phenomenal players. I'm not gonna sit here in my commander ways and be oblivious to the fact that those guys aren't good players. However, Michael Gallup was not there for the entire season, and Tony Pollard did not play in their first playoff game. So
But also that was against the Bucks too, so that
the
won't.
Bucks have a great defense.
It's still it was the Bucks on the downward spiral.
The Bucks, I believe, you can look that up. The Bucks also were top 15 or top 10 defense this past year.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying that as a team though, I don't really think you worrying about getting past them without Tony
The
Pollard.
only
Tony
reason,
Pollard can leave both 49ers.
the only reason the Dallas Cowboys blew out the Bucks to that magnitude is because the Tampa Bay offense was historically bad like all year.
Yeah,
It really showed. It really showed in the playoff game. Like Tom Brady looked like he needed to retire.
yeah.
So
So that's the reason why I'm
I feel like the Dallas defense won that game
mm,
because Dak benefited off the fact that Dallas was forcing turnovers. They was getting good field position, and Dak just had it. Just don't fuck it up. That was the game for that. Just don't fuck it up, Dak. That's all you don't fuck it up, and he didn't. He
that's
did
fair.
what he had to do. Again, I'm back to that point again. He does what he needs to against the mediocre to bad teams. But when he plays the great teams,
Mm. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like a nice little transition period. Well, look, my boy, I greatly appreciate the time that we've had on this show. Did you have anything you wanted to say? And surprisingly, you ain't really say too much stuff that I didn't like actually. So you were a little off brand today. I was very disappointed, Ira. But
I'm never off brand. I always have something up my sleeve if I need to. But all I gotta say is, man, pay your running backs. Pay your running backs. That's all I gotta say.
you know, like, hey, tell you what, we gonna talk about that next time because I don't know because you can run them. Maybe you should pay them early because you run running backs to the ground
You
and
pay them
they don't have the
regardless.
longevity. Don't be holding out like some of these.
You're paying regardless. You're paying regardless. If Gordon Hayward can get a contract after breaking his leg,
That's a little bit different. Gordon, hey, that wow, okay, that might.
Gordon Hayward did what with the Charlotte
There
Hornets?
you go. That see now you getting back on brand now. Now you getting back on brand. I appreciate that. That made me smile. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Gordon Hayward get a contract with the Charlotte Hornets.
It's wild. Okay. All right. I see.
Then and what do you get? He got 4 years, 130, right? Yeah,
I
come on.
see how this. We
Come
go.
on,
We look. We like I
You
said. We
mean
gonna
telling me
see.
Saquon Barkley can't get a 2-year deal?
Ladies and
Get out of
gentlemen, I
here.
can tell you right now, we're definitely going to talk about running backs next time when I talk about
A
football.
travesty.
I got. Nah, we definitely do that.
Daniel Hunter got 20 million today. Say Jonathan Taylor can't get 15.
I got you. I'm trying to close though. Bye, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, he is overly passionate about that topic. So we will end right there, like I've been trying to do for the last 30 seconds.
Despicable.
But all right, I greatly appreciate you coming on the show, and everyone, thank you all for listening. And you'll see Ira again, so he's a good guy. You join his show sometimes too. So I've been up there a couple times, so you'll see it, but you'll see me on his platform as well. But with all that being said, hope you all have a wonderful one. Take care. All right, that's a bad.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.